Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good Tuesday morning, folks. This is Storm Track 7 meteorologist Robbie Comodoro. Yesterday we saw Waterloo break a high temperature record, at least that was, with a record of 57 degrees. Again, that was set yesterday. Today, we might come close in Waterloo, about 3 degrees shy of that record with the current forecast. Elsewhere, though, I do think we're going to fall well short. But nonetheless, it's still going to be a very warm day out there, as you can see, at least across the Big Four. I'll show you some more of those numbers in just a bit. But I think tomorrow, especially on Thursday, I think we have better chances to break some daily record high temperatures. But for today, at least this morning, we see some patchy fog across portions of the area, mainly our southeastern locations. But that should burn off, and most of the morning should be mostly sunny. But cloud coverage is going to pretty gradually and then quickly increase later this afternoon, especially as you can see. I think around the noon hour or so is when clouds begin to work in from the west and increasing coverage throughout the remainder of the afternoon. Now, highs today, again, mostly in the lower to middle 50s across the board. Now, once the sun sets, of course, temperatures will begin to drop, but I think lows tonight stay above freezing, at or above freezing, I should say. Now, cloud coverage again, pretty much mostly cloudy overnight into tomorrow morning as you get ready for your Wednesday morning commute, and should stay that way and remain that way at least throughout much of the day tomorrow. Now, we're also tracking our next chance of rain. That's going to be arriving. I think it's going to be, at least, or I believe it's going to be early Thursday morning, and then on and off for the most part throughout a good chunk of the day on Thursday, possibly into early Friday morning. That's what we're looking at, though. Again, this is all associated with an area of low pressure that's going to be tracking to our north. This first batch of rain arrives Thursday morning like we talked about. There's an attached cold front, of course, with that on the backside of this system. Now, during the afternoon, I think there are going to be extended dry periods across a good chunk of the area, but with this cold front, can't rule out a rumble of thunder or two, especially with how warm it is going to be for the time of year, with some areas nearing the 60-degree mark. But again, rainfall, again, it's more scattered in nature. It's not going to be a widespread deluge of rainfall that's lasting throughout the entire day. But it does look like things wrap up by Friday morning, leading to a dry and mostly cloudy Friday to cap off our work week. In terms of rainfall, though, pretty light overall. Really not too much to speak of. I think a quarter inch at most for any specific location, but I think most locations end up with less than those amounts. Before we get there, though, let's talk about today. Highs, as you can see in detail, mostly in the upper 40s, some at least in the upper 40s, mostly in the lower to middle 50s across the board. Winds will be pretty light out of the south, around 5 to 10 miles per hour. As for tonight, lows above freezing, as you can see under that mostly cloudy sky, that continued southerly wind. Tomorrow, the breeze picks up. Could see some gusts upwards of 30 miles an hour. That's going to, again, ramp up these temperatures even more, talking about record territory. And yet again, on Thursday, with an even stronger southerly wind, could see some gusts upwards of 40 miles an hour with that storm system that's going to pass on by, bringing that chance of rain as well, like we talked about. Now, heading into Friday, again, remains breezy with that westerly wind, but temperatures begin to drop, as you can see, more into the upper 30s to near 40, just in time for Super Bowl weekend. Heading into next week, pretty consistent for the most part, 30s and lower 40s, with another chance of rain and snow, very meager at this point for next Wednesday, of course. That is Valentine's Day.